We're recording. Ah! Y'all see the quality though? You see the... Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, The Real Kiara, and today I'm back with another video for you guys. Today's video, as you can tell by the title, is going to be a Q&A, question and answer. I feel like a lot of people have questions about the life of an athlete, especially because, you know, I just moved from Canada to Arizona. It's a lot that's different. There's a lot of change. So I gave you guys the opportunity to ask me questions. I put up a question poll on my Instagram story, so if you don't follow me on Instagram, go do that so you don't miss any other questions that I have for you guys. But let's just dive right in. How's my experience at ASU been? My experience at ASU has been really good so far. I really like the campus. It's really big. There's a lot of students, a lot of new people to meet, a lot of clubs and different activities going on. There's always something happening on campus. Why is the table wobbly? There's always something happening on campus. A lot of different experiences to have. You just have to be in the right place at the right time. But I really like it. My classes are good, my professors are good. I like the people here. They're nice. Before I came to America, I thought that Americans were mean. But I haven't met mean people here. So yeah, it's been good. What tips do I have for getting recruited for track? Now, I'm no pro or anything. I got recruited at the very last second. But if I did have to give some tips, I would say to post your races and your times on social media. Have either a Twitter account, an Instagram account, a YouTube channel, something where coaches can easily find your races and your times, because a lot of the time nowadays that's what coaches use to find you, and that's how they really get a feel for the athlete that you are. So I have my track Instagram account where I post all my track content, and I posted my times, I posted my races, I posted some of my workouts sometimes, and that's a lot of the time coaches would reach out to me through my Instagram account to further talk to me and recruit me. And so just make it easy for them to like see the athlete that you are. Another tip when you're actually in the recruiting process is to know your information about the schools. The first few like recruit calls that I did, I was totally unprepared, because it would be like schools that I had never heard of before, and the first question they would ask me is, well, what do you like about our school? Why do you want to come to our school? I don't know, and I would have my mom in the back of the Zoom call like Googling things and like helping me out. But I quickly learned that I need to actually do research about the schools that I'm talking to. And this applies to more of the schools that aren't necessarily on your radar, because I'm sure if you have a dream school or you have schools you're interested in, you know about them. Another thing I would say is to have questions prepared. Coaches want you to ask questions. It shows that you're interested in their school. So don't just, when they say, do you have any questions, don't say no. Find something to ask. I Googled some things that I should ask because I didn't really know what it was that I wanted to know. So make sure you ask questions. Also, I'm losing my train of thought. Create a list of things that you want in a school, things that you don't want in a school, because that will help you to narrow down your schools and your options. You don't want to be wasting time talking to schools that you know you're not going to go to, or like entertaining schools that you know aren't a right fit for you. So have that prepared. Honestly, a big part of my recruitment was my club coach. My club coach has gotten dozens of athletes scholarships, dozens of athletes full ride scholarships. And so I didn't really do too much. He was the one that kind of led everything and talked to coaches for me and like connected me with the right people, and then I would do the recruit calls. But it really was my coach that was a really big help. So find someone to help you if possible. I have a teammate who found like an agent type of person to help them. Like, find someone to help you, because it's a lot to do on your own, especially if you're doing it for the first time. There's a lot that you don't know, And so find someone to help you. Those would be my biggest tips for getting recruited. When are you opening your indoor season with the Sun Devils? So about that, I will not be competing indoor season 2025 with the Sun Devils because I am I'm medically redshirting. So I am injured right now. I have a stress fracture, and the recovery period for that is around 6 to 8 weeks, and it could be more. And so I won't recover in time to train for indoor season and be able to compete. And so my coaches and doctors thought that it would be best for me to redshirt, which just means, let me look it up. Let me not lie to you guys. It just means that I will get my redshirting means an athlete who was withdrawn from college sporting events for a year to develop their skills and extend their period of playing eligibility by a further year at this level of competition. So instead of competing this indoor season, I'm gonna get it back 4 years from now, 3 years from now, at the end of my season. I still am not 100% sure if I'll be competing outdoor too. It just really depends on how this injury progresses and how my healing goes and how my training goes. There's a lot of factors that play into it, but I will definitely not be opening up my season, my indoor season, with the Sun Devils, unfortunately. I was really looking forward to it, but yeah, keep your head up high though. Everything happens for a reason. What made you choose track? I honestly feel like I did not choose track. Track chose me, and that sounds so corny and so like cliche, but that's really and truly how I feel about it. I've always been naturally fast. I always raced the boys at school. I was always faster than them. I just love to run around. And so when we had like track and field day at school, I was there. I was in there like swimwear, and I beat everybody, and nobody wanted to race me. Oh no, I don't want to race Kiara. I was too fast. And like my mom never really came to the track meet days because she was working, and so the other parents would tell her like, oh wow, like your daughter's so fast, like oh my. So she came one year, and everyone was just hyping me up, and my mom was like, my daughter, Kiara. And they were like, yeah, like Kiara's so fast, she's so good, da da da. And she watched and she saw. And so my teammate, or my friend's mom told my mom like, hey, you should have her join this track team that my daughter's on. And at first my mom was like hesitant. She didn't take it seriously for real. And then I kept asking her, I was like, well, you know, like I want to run, like I'm fast, I'm good at this, it's something I'm good at, I want to do it. And so like a year later, she finally signed me up for my little track team, Brampton Racers, and I've just been developing since then. But honestly, I feel like I've just been naturally fast, and it was something I was good at, so it was something that I continued, and it's something I got better at. That's how I chose track. That's why I chose track. How is Arizona different from my hometown? The weather is a big difference. That's the first thing I say anytime people ask me about it. Arizona is hot. We're in the desert. Look at me. It is February. I'm in a tank top. It's hot. The sun is out. The sun is always shining. It's very dry. It doesn't rain too much. It actually rained the other day, and I was like, this is the first time I'm seeing it rain. Like rain since I've been here. Yeah, it's hot, it's nice, I like it. That's part of why I came. The weather. I was tired of being cold. I mean, it is their winter season right now, and so it's been a little bit chilly, but when I tell my mom it's cold, she'll ask me like, is it negative 21 degrees? And I'm like, no, it's not. Sorry, it's not cold. It's just chilly then. What else is different other than the weather? I'm just like looking outside. See what else is different. I feel like my hometown is more of a city vibe, and Arizona is more of, I don't know what the vibe is. I mean, campus can give the illusion of a city vibe, but it's not a city vibe. It's just a campus vibe, like the campus lifestyle, not lifestyle, like campus life. But once you go off campus, to me, from what I've seen, it's just desert. Like, it's just nothing. But maybe I'm not in the right spots. But yeah, those are the two major things I would say. I haven't noticed a whole lot that's different. And the next question kind of like ties in it's, how is it like living in the US compared to Canada? Honestly, and I might end up doing a video dedicated to this question, because I initially thought that it wouldn't be that much of a difference. It wouldn't be that much of a culture shock. Like, Canada and America are literally neighbors. Like, we're right there. I've been to America multiple times. Like, I didn't think it was gonna be that different until I actually started living here. Because when I go to America, it would be for a weekend, a day, like at most a week maybe. But living here, you really see the differences in like things that people say, the way people talk. I honestly feel like my voice is changing. Like the language that or the words that I use are a little bit different. The way that I speak is a little bit different, because it's like I've been around American people so long that I start saying, like, I say y'all now. Unironically, I never said that before, but everyone here says it, and so it's just, now it's in my vocabulary. Like, hey y'all, bye y'all. The stores here are different. When I first got here, I did not know which stores I needed to go to get what I wanted, and so Walmart was always my go-to because Walmart was familiar. But even when I was in the airport and I wanted something for breakfast, I'm like, there's no Tim Hortons. What do I get? Dunkin' Donuts? And from my experience of an airport Dunkin' Donuts, it wasn't good, and so I didn't want that. I was like, I don't want Starbucks. Like, where's the breakfast spot? I want Timmy's. I want Tim Hortons. Or like the grocery stores. When I needed to go grocery shopping somewhere other than Walmart, I don't know what the grocery stores are called. I was so lost, and just things like that. But you kind of get used to it. You kind of figure it out. Like Shoppers Drug Mart, like CVS is their Shoppers Drug Mart, or Dunkin' Donuts is like their Tim Hortons. Things like that. I'll definitely do a more in-depth video about it. One of the biggest things is the difference between Celsius and Fahrenheit for me. Like, people will tell me the weather and they're like, oh my gosh, it's so cold, it's like 72 degrees. And I'm like, what? 72 degrees Celsius is really, you're cooking. But 72 degrees Fahrenheit, so I always have to do the conversion. Or when I'm like trying to tell someone about the temperature, they have to do, or like I have to do the conversion so they understand what I'm saying, like how cold it is at home. I'll definitely do a more in-depth video about that by itself, because there's a lot more detail that I can go into. Oh, there was one question that I wanted to come back to. How did I overcome mental blocks in track? This is a really good question, and I was trying to figure out how to answer it for a week, and I'm still not 100% clear on my answer, but I would honestly say the people that you surround yourself with. I think track is definitely an individual sport, but when you see your team competing, when you see your team doing good, when you have the encouragement from your coaches, all of that kind of helps you to get over the blocks that you feel. I don't know, it's just something about watching someone else do good. It just makes you want to go and do good. Or about hearing how much your coach believes in you and believes that you can do something. It helps you go out and do it. And you still might feel blocked, but all of that just helps overcome it. Like, I remember last outdoor season when I was trying to run the standard to go to U20 Worlds, and I just, race after race, I wasn't running the time. And my coach was like, I know you can do it. I believe in you. You've done the training. And I had done the training, and I felt ready to do it. I just was not doing it. And I felt so stuck. But I kept going back out there. And it got to the point where I was like, you know what? I don't care. Like, I don't need to go to U20 Worlds. Like, we can just end my season. Like, it's fine. But my coach pushed me to go to more meets and keep trying, and it wasn't until the very last meet, right before the deadline, like 2 days before the deadline to run the standard, I ran the standard in the rain. It was raining, pouring at the meet. Nobody was in a mood to run, but I was like, you know what, no, it's a great day. It's a great day to run a PB. I think a big part of track for me is your mentality. I mean, just track in general is your mentality. Track is 80% mental, 20% physical. And you need to have a positive and a strong mentality when it comes to running track. And I think that's something my coach trained. He didn't only train my physical body, but he trained my mentality. And so it's been really strong. It's been really positive. I'm a positive person in general, but when I hit like mental blocks or just blocks in track, I just stay positive. I surround myself with other positive people because it really does help. But those are all the questions. If you have any more, leave them in the comments. I'll probably be doing another Q&A in a few months from now. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I thank you for making it to the end. If you did, comment. If you made it to the end of the video, comment. What was that? You guys comment. Comment a sun. Comment the sun emoji if you made it to the end of the video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, if I beat that E up and you gon' tell on me. If I beat that E up and you gon' tell on me. Girl, I got no.